Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. I, play a lot of free-to-play games, and I'm big into RPGs, stuff like that. I grew up in the 80s and primarily in the 90s, early 2000s. And so I grew up with a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, playing all the Final Fantasy games, Shining Forces on the Sega Genesis, Chrono Trigger, of course. So I really enjoy those types of games. And then I played World of Warcraft for the better part of 2 decades in the 2000s, 2010s. It really wasn't until I had kids and my priorities shifted that I kind of gave up the MMO experience. Well, I've been playing free-to-play mobile games since then, and a new one came out. I saw some ads on Another Eden, and it's Tree of Savior Neo. I have no history with this franchise. From what I understand, it looks like there's Tree of Savior games out already, not this particular one. And so the first thing I did when I saw the ads, I'm like, this looks kind of interesting. So I went on Reddit, I looked around, I found a Tree of Savior board on Reddit, but I did not see a Tree of Savior Neo, or at least I did, but it seemed very, very dead. So I don't really know much about this game. Now, given today is June 16th, it just opened up pretty much, I guess, worldwide 4 days ago. So it's very, very new. In fact, when I made my first video about the Homestead, YouTube gives you an area that you can click on to choose which game you're promoting. So my Another Eden videos, I just start typing in Another Eden and it pops up. Well, I typed in Tree of Savior Neo and nothing's popping up on YouTube, so I don't even have a way to categorize these videos yet. I've never done a first impressions video before. This is new territory to me. But I had someone in my other video basically ask me, hey, I saw something about this game too. I didn't know this existed. What's the game like? Is it any good? Can you post a first impressions video? And I'm like, sure, why not? I'm a teacher. It's summer break right now, so I have time. So we're going to do this first impressions video, even though I've been playing this game basically for 3-4 days now. So let's go ahead and start an adventure. It looks like you can have multiple characters. So I'm going to try this, but I might go back. When you start the game, you basically have a choice of male or female. And you can enter whatever nickname you want. So then you can also choose kind of your companion for, I'm assuming, the entirety of the game. My companion has stayed the same at least through the first 34 levels. Because I'm a big fan of Chrono Trigger, I love cats, so I chose the cat-like one. So, I wonder if I can actually go back. Now I'm thinking about it, I just kind of clicked a random name. Well, we'll just click start. I'm assuming I could delete a character later. The graphics do feel kind of storytelling-like. I did appreciate the graphics. You are seeing exactly what you would see if you started a new game. And it's kind of a character creation trial. The first part is voiced over. I'm actually not sure. Let's see. My volume levels for desktop audio are kind of low, so you may or may not be able to hear it. Let's see. I guess spoiler alert in case you care about this story. Alright, the game has the ability to move using this control here. I play on BlueStacks on my computer. I'm assuming if I was hand holding it, my thumb would be here, which is good because the attack skills are over on this side. So that said, I went ahead and mapped it so I don't have to click down here in order to move around. So for quests and basically for direction, you can see there's glowing arrows, so I know exactly where I need to run to advance the story. I'm going to kind of skip through this because I want to switch to my character in a little bit and kind of show off what all I've discovered and done so far. This is a first impressions. So I'm not going to get into the storyline part. So, alright, select class. This is the first thing I wanted to show you. When creating your character, you have a choice between 5 classes. You have Guardian, the first one, which is, or Guard, I guess. It has this little thing over here. I was looking at easiness levels, and when I click through them, they're all pretty much the same except for the Gunslinger, and the Gunslinger is a little bit easier according to this chart. And I think the rest were all pretty much, I guess Hunter is the hardest one. But the first 3, you can see, are all about the same in difficulty. The Guard is basically your tank. You can click on the skills here to read about them, but you can see that Gather is a taunt. You have a single target attack, you have an AoE attack, and you do additional damage on full health type for guards. I wonder if I can change the name. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can change the name. I had the opportunity to later. Alright, mages have these skills. You can pause the video if you want to read more about them. I chose Guardian, so you're going to see a lot about the Guardian class. Healers do have damaging attacks. Healers are, if you notice this little skill thing, healers are the only one of the 5 classes, there's the other ones, that actually can heal. You'll see there's no healing for Guard, no healing for Mage, no healing for Gunslinger, and no healing for Hunter. So, and you know, I like Paladin type classes, so I wanted to try and make a Paladin, but apparently, as far as I can tell, at least so far, I don't have any way to be a healing type tank. So if you want to heal, healer is basically your only option aside from using potions and stuff. For Gunslinger, here are the skills. Again, you can just pause the video if you want to read about them. And then Hunter. And I do not know if you get a pet or anything like that. So, and you can scroll up here. All the classes can be promoted once you reach level 58 to something, I guess, advanced. Hunter becomes a Shadow Blade. Gunslinger, there I said it right, becomes Thundercracker. Healer becomes Soul Flutter. Mage, I'm not going to be a Glassy-Quill? We'll go with that. And then Guard, I was hoping to see like Paladin or Holy or something. Nope, just Blade Master. So those are the 5 classes. I'm just going to make her a healer, sure. And you get to read about your skills. They appear over here on the user interface, and you'll see that I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there is a 5th slot. So as you advance in the game, you get like a, let's see, that doesn't show up yet. As you advance in the game, you can get a 5th skill, and they all have cooldowns. So 9 seconds. I guess I can't attack anything. And I guess she has 3 other damaging skills. So there's my heal. So as you advance through this, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video and switch over to my character next. But as you advance through this, you get quests, you get to learn a little bit more about your character. Here is character screen, bag, stuff like that. Alright, So that's the first part. That is how you create a character. But, character creation for a lot of games, I don't want to say it's similar, but you all, if you play these types of games, you've done this type of stuff before. What you're probably more interested in is what is the game actually like. So that's what we're going to swap to now. All right, I didn't see a way to easily just log out. There was a swap screen, but I'm still learning the controls and everything. So forgive me if I kind of fumble around in the explanation. So I'm going to switch over to my guard, Casual Crono. And you pretty much run out of the room, and wherever you logged out in the game, that's where you appear. And I think I'm in a pretty decent sized city right now. Yep, I was, in front of the Adventurers Guild. Alright, so let's... Okay, the first thing that I noticed, there is stuff everywhere. Both my kids have ADHD, and they would probably love this because there's information over here, there's teams over here, you can close and open the menus, your character is right here, gifts, limited time offers trying to get you to buy money are popping up. This bar right in the middle is announcing when characters, I guess, get unknown weapons, because I guess unknown weapons are worth announcing. There's modes, and these are all the areas you can go to. There's a calendar of events even showing you today is, well, my time it's the 16th, but I guess it's showing as the 15th still. But it shows you when various events are going on, which when I played World of Warcraft, I loved the game. I played it for like 20 years, but I really hated, as time went on and as my responsibilities as an adult grew, I really hated having to revolve my day around like raid start times, or the group's going to be logged in at 6 p.m. Well, at 6 p.m., my kid might need me for, to help her with math or something like that. So I'm not a huge fan of events being certain times, though I guess on the bright side, like this Royal Hot Spring event, it's at 8 o'clock? I'm not quite sure what UTC -5 is, but 20 o'clock is 8 o'clock to me. But it's every single day, so I guess if I'm online on one day, I get to experience it. And it even shows like events coming up in the future. Anyway, these are the different zones I guess you can go to. You can be invited pretty much nonstop to escort quests, dungeons, and so forth. So those messages keep popping up as well. So there's this message coming up. There's going to be occasional group quests that pop up. Here's one user interface. Here's one user interface. You even have a phone. There's a lot of things I haven't even unlocked yet. I'm only level 34. This unlocks at 35. Something else unlocks at 38, 44, 50, 50. So I won't be able to show you everything. But you can, I think it's this button. Yes, you can make the chat window larger or smaller. There's 3 sizes to it, so by default it's that. A bunch of mail. Friends are sending me gifts. I use the friends loosely, like these are just random people I just either sent items to, or I don't know any of them personally. Have a lot of them though, that's nice. And pretty much right now I'm just accepting any friend request. So if you play this game, if you're on the American server EST number 1, you can find me on there, just simply Casual Crono. But you can see there's all sorts of things going on. There's a market button. There is, I mentioned these are all the events going on, like new server celebration, and there's all these tabs. There is a lot everywhere. And to be perfectly honest, it is a little overwhelming. Now, maybe I'm just getting older in age, but I still haven't even explored, like, I didn't even know I could jump. Apparently I can jump. So I can get on and off my mount. You can even take pictures. Yay, you can add special effects. I guess default leaves, snap a picture. Yay, okay. Oh, if I share it, which sharing via Facebook is unavailable because I'm on an emulator. I'm not logged into Facebook, but I think I still get the little rewards anyway. So exit. So this is the first city. You can see all the people here. It's very MMO-like. I mean, they advertise it as an MMO. It's not like, oh, I can dance. Get off. Click on dance. No magic music box. I guess I can't dance. Oh, I think I threw it in my inventory. All right. Well, anyway, so first things first. Let's go ahead and look at the character. All right, so this is your main character page. You can see your general stats. You have basically like a gear score. I'm not sure what other MMOs call it, gear score, item score. It takes all of your gear, all of your stats, your pets, everything, and it basically ranks you. I have 100,372 as my current score. And of course, as you level up, as you get better gear, as you improve your pet collection, that's going to go up. If you join the Adventurers Guild, which you kind of sort of have to in the game, you get an Adventurer's Certificate. I watch a lot of anime, I see all the isekais where, you're teleported to another world, and one of the first things they do is seek out Adventurers Guild, and they're like rank G or F or something. Well, same kind of thing. There's a ranking system. Once you complete some quests, you can take a test, which usually involves some type of, well, I say usually, I've only taken one test so far, but it basically, I think, I did so much in 3 days that it does kind of blend together, but I think the rank test was a group challenge, so it has, here's the different rankings. You start off, of course, as a novice. Then once you pass the first test, you're Nova 1 star. Then once you pass the test that I'm currently on, these are the requirements for Nova 2 star. Then there's Paragons. I guess these are the people, the very first people on the server. Date of first pass, yeah, that'd be 2 days ago. I think it's kind of like a, yay, bragging rights. I was the first person on this server to pass the Paragon 1 star test. And right now, the servers are level capped. I think right now the highest level I can get to is 37. So you can't rush, I guess, and just binge for like 3 days straight and go up to level 58 or 60 or whatever the cap is. So if I go back, see right there, current level 34 out of 37. On, let's see, level 41 is going to be unlocked, later today. And then level 50 is going to be unlocked on June 26th. So kind of a staged leveling. Okay, gear. So over here on this side of the screen where the map is and all of these icons are, one of them is bag. When you open up, you have a bag tab, you have a product bag tab, and then you have an inventory tab. The bag tab shows you your character's gear. And if you get a new item, in fact, I wonder, actually, let me go ahead. I'm going to jump somewhere where I can, actually, I might have an item still in my inventory. I'm still learning my way around, so let's see. There's a lot of this game, like these are, over here is a list of your quests, and if you click on a quest, for example this one, you start running to the location of the quest. So if you don't know where to go, you just click on the quest. Like if I click on this orange one is like the main quest chain. So my next step right now is to go to the outskirt canyon and find Ahura. If I click on it, I'm going to start running that way. So you don't have to really I guess, remember where everything is, because as far as I can tell so far, you can click and just immediately start running to your quest location. If it's not nearby, you can see when I clicked on Demon Trial, it's asking me to go up here to Modes, and it's highlighting the Demon Trial here, and then I can go find a team. I'll get into that stuff in a little bit. But what I was hoping to do, oh, take a look at that. I wonder if I can click on the map. I can. Inventory. Oh, look at that. So if you open up your map and click on where you want to go, like I want to go to the inventory area, and here I am. And if you click on inventory, in the city, basically, it's like a banker, I guess, but they can hold your stuff for you. And, oh, I did save one weapon. Okay, so to equip gear, click on bag, find the item that you want to equip. If you click replace, you equip that item. Obviously, that's a very old item. My current one has much better stats, so I can replace it. Certain gear, though, I wonder, can I take it off? No, I can't. There is a mechanism. It's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and equip this one, replace. There is a feature. Oh, I hope I don't destroy my gear. Okay. Well, technically, I can make another one. You know what? I am just going to warp to my guild. Not mutual benefit board. Building overview. Gear furnace. View furnace. Craft. Okay. This will be safer. I don't want to accidentally destroy my main weapon. There are guilds in this game, and I'll get to that in a little bit, but one of the benefits of being in a guild, they have a forge. And with that forge, you can, let's make a level 32 weapon. Yay, I got this weapon and some powder. Alright, now I can show you. So there's a few things on this screen that you should be aware of. So first of all, let's go ahead and replace. When you get a new weapon, you can dismantle it for raw materials. If you click replace, you equip the weapon, so you'll see it's over here. And then there's this third thing called inherit. If you click on it, you can choose a stat. For example, this little level 32 blue weapon that I just created happened to have 49 stamina. I can choose and place it on my current weapon. So since I already have stamina on the current weapon, I can actually upgrade the current weapon. If it's a brand new stat, depending on the quality, I think these gold ones have 5 slots that you can basically enhance. If it's purple, I think you have 3 slots. If it's blue, you only have 1. I mean, the rarity of the weapon basically controls how many slots you have. So in this case, if you try to swap a stat that's already existing on your weapon, you can't choose another slot. It's not like you can have 10 stamina and 49 stamina. But in this case, we are going to spend a little bit of these silverleaf coin things. Is that what they're called? It is silverleaf coin. Go me. After only 3 days. And I'm going to upgrade my weapon. So now my current weapon has that 49 stamina. The old weapon gets destroyed in the process. That's why I didn't really want to risk, losing my weapon. So as you get new gear, even if it's not something that will replace your current gear, it's possible it might have a stat on there that your current gear might be able to use. So upgrading gear is 2 different ways. You either get a better item overall, or you get a weaker item, or just something that's not interesting, but you can inherit the stats. The other thing you can do is enhance weapons. Well, all gear, really. You'll notice that if I go back to the main screen, there's this number 2 here, and then there's a number 1 here and a number 1 there. And then the rest don't have numbers. That's like an enhancement level. If you click on Enhance, if you collect these Enhance scrolls, you can permanently increase your weapon or your gear, and like it's HP, it's physical attack, it's physical defense, magic attack, magic defense. So all of those stats will go up. The nice thing is this enhancement level, so my weapon is at level 2 right now, that stays. If I give myself a new weapon, my new weapon has that enhancement level. So it's like a one-time deal. So that's how you can enhance your gear, and that's how you can enhance the gear slot, I guess is the easiest way to say it. Okay. There's a product bag with items that you can make. And then there's a general inventory. This is what's stored in the city. This is what I'm carrying on me right now. And you can buy more slots if you need to. I went ahead and bought a few slots just so I would have like 5, 10, there's what, 20 slots, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And if you scroll all the way down, you can click and buy more slots for your persona as well. So these are the things that you can stash up while just running around in the field. I guess if it gets to be too much, you can always dismantle stuff. That's how you do it. If you click on it and click Navigate, you will warp back to town to that banker person. See, you're just going to automatically start running. In that entry tutorial, you get your choice of a mount. They're all the same, just they look differently. So I chose a bird. So we run. At any point, by the way, I can stop running and like go off exploring. It's not like you're stuck running in the game. So let's go back to bag. Whoops. And geez, how'd I do that already? I've already forgotten. Was it inventory? It was inventory, wasn't it? Okay, go to inventory, go to navigate, and you're back to running again. Alright, click on inventory, move that back into the bank, so now I have plenty of empty slots to collect stuff. So let's kind of move away from everyone. So anyway, that is the bag feature. So items you carry, items that you can equip, enhancement levels. So there's a bunch of different ways, and you can see your stats. There's a lot of stats here. There's a lot of PvP stats as well. I haven't done any PvP yet. That's really not my thing. If you click on a stat, it also tells you each strength point improves your physical attack by 1 and your block by 1. So if you are a tank, you probably want to invest in stamina. Strength. So stamina, each point raises your hit points. Wisdom improves magic attack and crit. Morale improves magic attack and crit resistance. And agility improves physical attack and accuracy. I guess you can miss. So, and then the healing stat, which I assume healers have a stat which I'm assuming the higher it gets, the more they heal. And then tactics, I've gotten a few tactics, like if I go back to character, which one had it? It was a weird word that I didn't quite recognize. Well, I mean, I know what the word is, but I don't know what it means in the game. Malediction. So I wonder if it's in here. So, malediction. When attacking, it says level 34 because I am level 34. If you're looking at level 10, you'll see when attacking level 10 enemies, the chance to land a debuff is increased by 1.8 in the debuff duration. So if you are a debuffer, I guess you want the malediction stat. If you don't have any skills that debuff, then I guess that stat's worthless. So there's a block damage reduction, there's critical damage, there's MP regen. It just kind of like the interface. Unless you're really a veteran, I guess, of RPGs, that's a lot of stats to kind of slap in your face for kind of a newcomer. So let's go back to character. So that is the bag feature. So next up, the game itself. As I mentioned, you can scroll through all the quests, click on a quest, and I'm going to this canyon meeting. Go to the outskirt canyon and find Ahura. While you are traveling, by the way, you can still sit around, you know, equip your bag, do your upgrades. You can check your phone. You can still click around while you travel there. It's kind of nice. It doesn't stop you from moving. When you teleport, like I am not clicking on anything. I just immediately started moving. So that frees me up to go ahead and look at the markets, look at the things they're trying to get you to buy, maybe even look at what's going on right now. I guess there's an ongoing night order event. There's something claimable. Oh yeah, that's right. PvP stuff. All right. Once you arrive at your destination, you just stand there. When you close the window, then if it's a quest and you're at the quest giver, then it goes into the automatic stuff. All right. So there's a little cutscene. You can skip things if you want to. But like I'm clicking on the screen right now, it's not like it's speeding up what that is. So, all right, I guess I'm attacking these poor cold people. That seems weird, but okay. So I'm going to gather them up. Single target. I'm just kind of blindly clicking whatever's not on cooldown right now. You can see, well, yeah, there's things on the ground effects, that will tell me, oh, I better move out of the way. So I'm going to get out of the way here. I'm just kind of blindly clicking right now. The pace of fights feels a little slow to me, unless there's a way to improve cooldown rate. Because I find I'm just kind of standing there watching for a lot of these fights. So far, at level 34, I have not encountered anything really challenging, though that one did take a lot of my health. When you're out of combat, you can see that I'm slowly healing back, so. The cutscenes are fairly frequent. That's not a bad thing. They don't tend to last very long, so. And of course, if you don't care about them, you can always skip them. And of course, as you complete quests, you get experience and you can level up. The tutorials and the whole beginning of the game, when you create your character, choose your class, choose your pet, etc., the levels went really fast. I found myself at level 10 almost immediately. And I really haven't had to stop and grind for any levels until probably the late 20s or maybe right around level 30. And you see that I'm automatically running to the quest giver. I'm not moving my characters. All right, let's see if I can break this. Yep. If I click on, ignore. If I click on the quest, you'll see I'm immediately start running over, and the second I reach that person, I'm going to go into another cutscene. So if you're trying to figure out where to go for a quest, just click on the quest. So far, I have not encountered any quests that don't do that. So that's the questing side of things. Okay, let's see. All right, remember I've never done a first impressions video, and there's a lot all over the place to be impressed about. So I guess we'll just do main user interface for right now. I wonder if I can leave town and find something to beat up. Yep, okay. So this button here, if I click it, I have access to all these menus. If I click it again, I go back to my attack buttons. And you'll notice that the enemy did not aggro me. Like, I was standing right next to it, and it would have just chilled with me until I attacked it. So, I guess let's just start at the top left and work our way across. So, my character, my guild rank. So you can join an adventurers guild. You can rank up, as I mentioned, and each rank requires you to do certain tasks. I'm in the middle of doing this last task, and then it says take test. And when you go to take a test, I'm actually going to show you through a different means. Demon trial. It will have a recommended gear score. So this one says 61,000. This one says 103. If you remember, I'm just over 100, so this is in red. So this would be a slightly more challenging, and this would be a much more challenging, and these would be nearly impossible for me right now, I would assume. But when you going back to that first window, when you click on Take Test, it will also show you a gear score that you should be at or close to. It's not required. I have been able to enter dungeons with gear score levels. My gear score level is lower than theirs. All right. There's a beginner's gift. They try to sell you stuff. If you try to top off, you buy these things, and for 3 days, I guess this stuff is going on. So all things that can help you. Okay. There's also limited time offers. There's monthly passes. There's a growth plan. I'm free to play, so I pretty much have not researched any of this, nor do I plan to. So if I like the game, I will probably end up making a few more videos about it and promote the game in that fashion. So hopefully the developers are okay with me promoting the game in my own way, even if I'm not paying for it. So I don't know much about the offers, the payments, and stuff like that. Okay. The next big thing is your cat pal. You can collect pets. Here's my album. If they're lit up, I have them. If it says not obtained, obviously I have not. There are different rarities. The gold pets, this samurai and this ninja, are the rarest. And then you have like your, I guess, epics and your normals. Is that the right term? I don't know. They all have their own experience levels, and they all have their own attacks. So let me find another fight. So this right here is a cat, and my ninja just threw some shuriken at that enemy. And then there's a cooldown period, and I could use another cat. And then there's a cooldown period, and I could use the third cat. And then there's a real cooldown period where I have to wait. So let me get back to that screen. Those are my cat pals. You can equip 3 at any time. And you can see what attacks they have. Some are single target, some are AE. You can replace the cat with other cats that you have collected. The only ones that go into battle, though, are the purple and the gold ones. There's this chaining thing. This little symbol, this green symbol, it kind of looks like a green volleyball. I'm not actually sure what it means, but since it's the second symbol and it's the first symbol of the very next cat, then the two of them chain together. So if this first cat see the little yellowish, goldish looking bell? It's the last one there, and it's the first one here, so those two chain together. And apparently if you chain together, it does more damage or something. I'm honestly not quite sure. But the cats have their own gear score as well. Right now it's at 29,000. If I go back to my gold cat, it's 37,000. And down here, if you click on quick assist, other cats can lend some of their stats somehow to the situation, and you can unlock, see if I, right there, if I clear Archi Tower floor 28, I can add another cat down here to lend a hand. There's a few benefits to these cats. You can carry 3 on the battlefield. They can chain together. Stat bonuses. Okay, the stats of the cats, like the strength, the wisdom, agility, etc., are actually transferred to your main character. Okay, the red assist Catpals transfer 60% of their stats, and the other qualities transfer 30%. And I think I read somewhere, and I could be wrong, the first position cat transfers all of their stats. The second and third transfer only a portion. That's why I have my highest level cat there. All of these stats, wisdom, morale, strength, agility, and stamina, are being added to my character. So the more you level up your cats, which you can do through feeding them. Let's see if there's any that can be fed. I guess I've used up all the fish. You give them fish, dried fish. And every 10 levels, you have to click what's called breakthrough, and that increases the level cap from 10 to 20, so you can keep feeding them more fish. So this one I have at level 30, and until I collect more fish jellies, which I only have 91 of right now, I have to wait until I can level this one up further. So that's kind of how the cat leveling works. You can also evolve cats. Cats are kind of like this game's gotcha. In fact, can I go here? Yes. All right. Oh, I can draw one. Perfect. All right. For the most part, I've just been waiting until I collect 5 tickets and then I draw. But if you click on draw, you get, oh, I got a purple cat. Okay. Is it a new one? It is a new one. Okay. If you draw a duplicate, let's go back to the cat screen. These shards, if you draw a duplicate, you get some shards. So that's how you collect the shards to promote them. So you can promote them like levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and apparently 6. And as you can see down here, the strength of the attacks improves the more you evolve them. Surprise, surprise. So let's see, this one is at level 2 or it's at level 1, and when I hit level 2, I will increase damage, and it activates the chain effect and poisons the target. That was one thing about chaining. Go back to the lineup. They have to be level 2 in order to chain. My ninja here is level 1, so even if his icon matched, it's not going to chain. In fact, if I let's find a level 1 that has a little bell. There we go. It tries to chain, and then it breaks. And that's because this cat is not at level 2 yet. And you saw that I had a second, I guess, legendary cat. I think that's the gold term. And it has that little feather thing, but they can't chain together because this samurai is level 1 still. So it's better for me to at least have some chaining here, I think. Okay, we just pulled a new cat, so ignore. This little red dot means that there's something that you can do on that tab. So if I click on activate, I've activated him. I gained a little bit of power since he's now active. And if I go through my album, then that new cat will appear wherever that new cat is supposed to be. I think it was this one, Panda. Obviously starting at level 1 and everything. All right, so that is the album. That is how you evolve. That is feeding your cats, and then the lineup. So the lineup does matter. All right, and I saw the little red dot there. I clicked on Quick Assist, and now my lineup is complete. I'm back at 38,720. So that is your Catpals. As you advance through the game, more of these tabs become available. So, skills. So the skills that you saw me using in the fight, you can upgrade them. Every time you level, you get 1 point that you can spend somewhere, and then there have been rewards for quests that give me some points as well. So you start off with 4 skills. If you're a guard, you start off with Provoke, Furious Charge, Slam, and Smite. After a little while, I was able to unlock Blast as well. You'll notice in this tree, like we'll take the Provoke tree. So Provoke is your taunt. Once you learn it, then you have a choice. You can do Pursuit, which does damage and improves damage based on enemies that are silenced and stunned. Or I can click Gather, which taunts up to 6 monsters nearby and does damage. So basically a continuation of the main skill. So basically, this one is single target. This one is up to 6 targets for obviously less damage than single target. So if I wanted to build this guard as a DPS type of warrior, I'd probably choose Pursuit. If I want to build this as a tank, I would choose Gather. Once you choose one path, you can't learn the other one. So I don't know later if you can eventually open up and have everything. I'm assuming not, because one is an area of effect skill and one is a single target skill. I don't know how both of those would work together. This one has 16 levels, so I could basically keep really improving the damage of my taunt. And then other things are things like physical defense is 60, and it says next level, so I'm assuming there's multiple levels of that one. Wind Walk, which I don't even know what Wind Walk is. Maybe it's like a faster speed, but you can see. And then down here, you can improve block damage or self-harm. You remove slow, root effects, consume all of your MP, do a massive amount of damage to 3 enemies and yourself. So you are, it's I guess kind of like a last stand or a final blow, sacrifice, whatever similarity to games that you've played. But apparently you can blow yourself up, but hopefully blow up other people as well. And since you are a warrior type, ideally you probably have enough health to survive it, whereas a gunslinger or a healer might not. So that's kind of how skill trees work. You have to choose one or the other to advance your skill. So Slam hits 3 enemies. I could then deal damage to 4 enemies in the front, or I can silence enemies. And I thought maybe a silence would act like an interrupt, so I chose that one. I don't think you're locked into this because there's a button right here that says free reset, and I'm assuming additional resets would probably cost money. So skill settings, you can also place the skill wherever you want, so that way if you're playing on your phone, maybe your shorter cooldowns can be on top, your longer ones can be on the bottom, or in my case, area of effect ones could be on top and interrupts could be on the bottom. However you want to organize it. Apparently that is doable. There are plans as well, so you can create a plan for single target or PvP or whatever as well. So you can basically save multiple setups. So if you go into PvP, maybe you switch over to the Glory League, however you have it arranged for that. Since there's only 5 skills and they don't really change, I'm not sure what the benefit of modifying it, because if I'm so used to clicking like the first skill as my attack, and I have it in the 4th position in PvP, that would probably mess me up, but I don't PvP, so. And then down here, unlocks at level 58. Once my character reaches level 58 and does a promotion, I can become that advanced class. So that is the skill tree for the character. Let's see. We went over... abilities. Okay. So we went over skills. We went over Catpals. Let's do cards really quick. Cards, there's a whole description here, but basically it's more stats. So if I click on this one, for example, I have 2 of the same cards equipped, so therefore I get 2,400 extra health, and I have all these bonuses. This card gives me that. This card gives me that, and so forth. So, and you can enhance your own cards as well, so you can beef them up even more. I haven't done any enhancement yet. I'm not sure if there's any additional perks to enhancing, like if they're all 2s, maybe you get an extra bonus or something. This tree, I have not opened up any cards yet at level 34. And then this tree seems to be the PvP tree, so you get extra health when you're in PvP situations. And since I have 3 of those cards, I gain an extra 5,100, I'm assuming, on top of this. Enhance bonus. There you go. So if I enhance it 1 level, then I get some extra hit points, I guess. So cards are just another way to get stats. How do you get cards? I'm honestly trying to remember. I think they were just like quest rewards or something. Like they just came to me. I haven't had to go out and seek any cards. Though it's possible that later in the game some ultra rare cards might be in dungeons or something that you have to fight for. Alright, so that is the card section. You have a wardrobe in this game. You can customize the way your character looks. If you want to give your character a huge cat head, you can. If you want to do a bandana, duck on the head, bunny ears, etc., and all these unlocked, well, all these are locked that I need to unlock. So there's 2 things going on here, though. You'll notice that the outfit stats can actually benefit your character, and you can activate the stats of a character. So if I want the attack and accuracy that the huge cat head gives me, but I don't want to walk around with a huge cat head, I want to walk around with a bandana, I can do that. My stats are turned off for the bandana, but they're still on for the cat. So I'm getting the 45 attack and the 30 accuracy, but I actually look a little more like Crono from Chrono Trigger. Definitely not Crono. Slightly more Crono, because he has a bandana. There's hats, there's face items, including an amazing chicken leg. There's various wardrobes. Again, all of these do have stats, and you can choose which one to have stats with. I think I was using that one. Let's see, there's, I guess it has like a wing symbol, so it's like a backpack wing, just something hiding behind you. I actually never really looked at that before. I'm just going to turn that off. The mounts that you have, which I still only have 1. You can choose your hairstyle. I tried to give mine a little spiky look. Red is not a hair color, or else I would totally do that and mimic Crono from Chrono Trigger a little bit more. I don't know if, as time goes on, I will gain access to more hair colors. I can't imagine they'd stay with just 3. You can choose the expression on your face. You can even choose the pupil color. So you can customize your character. And then there's a salon and a tailor. And the salon I have never actually used before. The tailor is set up in my home, but you can collect patterns. You can see some of the things that I have not yet gotten. And some will actually change your gender appearance. Why, I don't know, but that seems to be the case. There's another female Crono. But as you collect some of these recipes, you can make more, I guess, items for your wardrobe. And you can even level up your tailor to get more and more recipes. So anyway, let's close that out. So you can customize. Oh, I'm still wearing. Let me get that out of my mouth. I think I was wearing that one. Yeah, sure. Yep. So that is the wardrobe button. Next is something like a craft, a job, whatever you want to call it. There's three. There's like a, I'm going completely on memory on this. Well, one is obviously alchemy. One is like an engineer type of thing. They make practical items. And the third one is a chef. And that was actually one of the things that caught my eye in the ads. They were advertising you could be an awesome chef. You can be a cool alchemist. You can create objects. You can only choose one, which I'm a little sad about. I'm one of those people that likes to do everything. In World of Warcraft, I had every single secondary profession. But of the three, alchemy allowed me to create heal potions. And then you can equip heal potions. In fact, I get into a fight here. Actually, I don't have to get into a fight. Right there, I have 18 heal potions and 17 mana potions equipped. And they automatically trigger, so when my health gets to a certain point, I'll drink a heal potion. So there is a way to heal in a fight. There is a 1-minute cooldown for the potions. But the alchemist is the only one of the three that can make the potions. If you're a chef, you can make food that I think lasts for like 12 hours. It's basically like an all-day buff. So you cook one item once, eat it, and then you're good for like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay. But you can't eat food in the middle of a fight. And then the engineer type class, I'm honestly not sure what type of things they make. I think they make like furniture for your home and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if any of it's practical for fighting. So because I'm kind of tank geared, I thought it would be best if I could basically heal myself frequently in a fight and not have to worry about other people, relying on other people for potions. So anyway, those are the three professions you can choose, and that is under the Ability tab. Next up is Homestead. You click on it once you unlock it, and I think I was probably around level 14, 15, 16, something like that. This was the focus of my first video. I was learning how to navigate this homestead. I've actually learned a lot more just in the day I've been playing since then. For example, let's check my inventory. If I click on some wheat, there's a quick gather button. It will gather all the wheat at once. If I click on an empty square and click on plant 10, it plants all the wheat at once. And it is selective, so if I click on the carrots, only the carrots get harvested. I've opened up a few more things as well, and that tailor feature that I mentioned earlier is actually in your homestead. So you can manufacture new clothes and stuff right here in your own home. There are people that run over to your home and ask you for baked goods or raw goods or whatever, and if you complete their orders, you get supplies and you get money. And you get homestead points, which are used to level up your homestead, which actually looking at that now, I need some corn and some sugar cane. So we'll click on the corn. Actually, we'll do the sugar cane first. Now corn. Run over here. You can see there's a little green check mark. That means, yay, I got everything I need. And Oh, I'm so close to leveling up. I didn't do the math. I should have done the math. All right. You do lose the items that you give him. Well, it's not just a him. It's whoever comes along. But you do have an inventory, and you do have a limit. And you can expand the inventory, but you have to get these rarer items. And little NPCs run over, like you'll see this one's offering 2 pieces of tape, and that one's offering 2 pieces of tape. If I talk to him, he wants 12 carrots. I have 5. Here's 6 more. So I'm 1 carrot shy of fulfilling this guy's order. This one wants 5 sugarcane. I think I just gave my sugarcane to that other guy. So basically, if you don't have what you need, click on a square. You can just drag this out so it's hovering, and then when you mouse over an available square, it will plant it for you. You do not have to buy seeds. So I find right now that corn seems to be the most in demand for all sorts of things. So I have kind of an extra row here, so I plant extra corn. Okay. Carrots. And then sugarcane. And each one, of course, has a different length of time. Wheat grows the fastest, and I think tomatoes grow the slowest at the moment. So, and this is the one area that I like the most. I like the farmstead. I like, fulfilling orders. At the same time, inventory management. I keep running into the maximum inventory. There is no stacking in this. If you have 52 eggs, that's taking up 52 slots of your inventory. And it's very frustrating sometimes because if you actually max out on your inventory, you can't collect items in order to, let's say that your inventory is maxed out and, well, let's just take this as an example. Your inventory is maxed out and I need 1 more carrot. So I run over here to grab a carrot and I can't because the inventory is maxed out. So then I'm like, well, I could run over to one of these machines and, use up some wheat or use up some corn to make something. Like this machine, for example, makes cornbread. And if I make cornbread, apparently I can only make 1 right now because I don't have enough corn, but it uses up some of that inventory. The problem is, if your inventory is maxed out, you can't collect the items in order to access the machine either. And there have been a few times where finally I just got frustrated. I would click on the eggs and I would throw away 10 of them or something like that. So I'm not happy with the way the inventory is working in this game. Let's see. There we go. My homestead got upgraded. As you make items, you gain points for that. So I gained some money. I got some explosives. I got some sand glass, which I still have not used, nor do I really know what it's for. And then I do have the ability to open up more features. So this thing is a juicer. So if I spend 2,000 gold, I now have a juicer. And these are for future. So this one is when the homestead reaches level 16, 19, and so forth. And let's see, what is this? Carrot juice. Oh, I don't want to start making carrot juice because then I won't have enough carrots for that guy's order, which the carrots are still growing. When you level up your homestead, you have the ability to open up more farming slots, 3 at a time, and you can grow more of whatever it is you need. Let's just grow 3 carrots. You can customize this area to a small degree. I was able to, this tailor shop, I could put it wherever I wanted. I couldn't put it too close to the edge here. This was actually the furthest I could get it in the corner. And I don't know if I can pick it up and move it somewhere else yet. But that was customizable. I forget if this was customizable or not. Let's go ahead and make some more. But the loom allows you to make items that you can use at the tailor. And if you noticed, the more you just simply use the loom, you can level up your tailor. Yay, it's level 8 now, and that gives me a new recipe. And apparently I can make satin advanced now. It takes 10 minutes. I need those items. And when you level up, you get gold or inventory upgrade items, or once it maxes out, you gain another slot, and I could be making 5 things at once instead of 4. So every single object in here you can level up. I can level up the dairy factory. I can level up my juicer. It's level 1 right now. So you could, if you like solo play, you can spend a lot of time just in your homestead leveling up. I have 13 seconds left on carrots. And I did learn you can actually attempt to uproot a vegetable by holding it down if you did not mean to plant it. So exit. There's my carrots. Let's go ahead and quick gather. We will quick plant. We should have enough carrots to get that tape. You're not the carrot guy. You're the carrot guy. Oh, that's my shop guy. There we go. I have carrots. I'm going to sell. I gain money. And I gain upgrade supplies. I need one more piece of tape and some more nails. It always seems like I need nails to upgrade the inventory. So that is kind of your farmstead. You can continue to grow it once you hit certain levels. You can, like when my homestead reaches level 15, I can open up this free space, and I'm sure there's other areas that can be opened up as well. And then you will see weeds and rocks throughout your homestead. It turns out that alchemists can make explosives that clear the rocks and herbicide that can clear the weeds. So, yay, go alchemy. The weeds and the rocks don't seem to do anything. They're not like, it's not like you can't walk right on top of them, but for whatever reason, I mean, it makes the homestead looks nicer. So, and then at the very front of your homestead, you have a little sign. Yay, I'm Casual Crono on YouTube. There's my 13? Oh, yeah, I am level 13. Okay. There's a decoration tab, but says not available yet. Stay tuned if I click on it. So, and my friends, in fact, let's do this. Social. So these are my friends right now. You can click on one of your friends and view their homestead, if they've done anything with it at all. Looks like this one is not developed yet. So this is what it looks like when you first arrive, and Sebastian will give you a few quests explaining how to develop your homestead. And if I click on leave, I think I can just go back to the field. I don't go back to my own homestead. So actually, there was one more thing. There's a bit of a popularity contest as well with homesteads, it seems like. I just have to remember where it was. Visit. Yes. There is a ranking system. I guess if you have a bunch of friends and they visit your homestead and they can like a homestead, this person, Milady, has gotten 45 likes on, I'm assuming, her homestead, and I can actually visit it. So I can, even though I'm not friends with this person, I don't know who this person is. This is Milady's homestead, which is level 14, so only one level higher than mine. You can see it looks very similar, but it looks like she put the tailor over here. She has a little campfire going. There's this random piano in the middle of nowhere. But Yeah, so you can visit other people's homesteads, whether you're friends with them or not. No, you cannot steal their stuff. So if you are playing the thief class, sorry, doesn't help. And hers just says, welcome to my homestead. Here, I'll give you a like. There you go. Now she's at 46. So the homesteads in and of itself could be like a little mini game. I've been spending a lot of time on that, but then I like solo play. However, this game is billed as an MMORPG. And just like any MMO, you have guilds. They're called Night Orders in this game. And I don't want to leave the guild, but basically if you click on Night Orders once you first unlock it, because you can't do it right away, there's a certain minimum level you have to get to. But yeah, here's information about the Night Order. It does give you access to a lot of things. You can see that there's 60 people in this one. Here's the leader. I'm not quite sure about the ranking system yet. You can see who's been donating goods, so yay. If you have a Discord, WhatsApp, you can actually link to it here, or at least have the link available. So here's the members. I can see if they are mechanic, I think. Is that the name of this adventure title? Tree bond, friend, foodie. Foodie? Oh, that's the title. Let me go back to that. So I'm an alchemist. There's the mechanic or engineer, and there's the chef icons, and you can see their level as well. So if you need to get healing potions from an alchemist, you could skim through and see, oh, here's some level 5 alchemists. They probably can make what I need them. Oh, I just poked myself. I didn't know I could do that. Your weekly activity is here. I guess that's probably going to be a way for leaders of the guilds to see who's active and who's not. And if you're not super active, maybe you're going to get kicked soon. I don't know. You can leave the guild if you want to. You can sort by member, or position, I mean. Activity points. So Rinny has been very active. Sort by power. So the highest powered people in my guild right now are in the 270s, 217s rank. That's that adventure rank. The abilities, levels. Remember that 37 is the cap currently. So this is my guild. There's 5 people online right now. There's a bunch of bonuses and stuff like that you can get. But you also have a guild hall, basically. Now, social-wise, I don't quite know how to adjust down here, like which channel I'm in. I guess this is the Night Order channel. I think I said, let's see, my 4 chambers, yeah. So if you want to talk to your guild, you can down here. You can apparently form a team with your guild, or with, I guess this is with everyone, not just your guild. But there's an autoplay voice option if you want. But anyway, going back to the Night Order. So this is your general information packet. I don't even know what these are yet. There's a lot about this game that I just haven't had the time to really research yet. There is a mutual benefit thing. For example, Taboo here is requesting some healing potions, some level 20 ones, and I happen to have 17 of them. So yeah, I'll do his request, so he will get in the mail those healing potions. Becca apparently wants some mana potions, so yeah, I'll send her some. And it says complete the first 5 requests for bonuses. And there's 1 left. Let's go ahead and do that last one. Ivan wants some level 30 healing potions. Sure, I'll send it to him. And finish the rest of the requests to get Synergy Emblem, which I assume is good. Now, some of the requests I can't do because I'm not a chef, for example. I can't make that fish dish. You can also make your own requests, so you can rely on other people. So if I want some food, I could put out a request for some food. So if you are developing your homestead, but you can't make explosives because you're not an alchemist, you can put in a request for it. There's a message board for your guild. You can post things as well. But perhaps most, you can see your members, you can see guild events going on, guild expeditions, but perhaps most interestingly, let's you actually have a location for your guild. There we go. This is the guild home. Oh, look at that. I guess if you do really well on one of the group events, you get a statue. Sure, let's worship him. Good job. Oh, look, I got Night Order stuff and some shards. Alright, good job, dude. In this guild area, there's a vehicle designer, which I guess is more of a mechanic thing. So yeah, I guess if you're a mechanic, you can build your own vehicles. There is a forge over here. So that's where you can go. You saw me earlier in this video. It makes weapons and coats. It does not make belts or spalders or anything else. So maybe it does in the future. I don't know. But you can roam around. You can have guild meetings if you like the MMO experience. You know, imagine just gathering up your entire guild before a guild event, hanging out in your guild hall. Like, I could see where if you like the tremendous socialization, you can. And there's even challenges. So this guy, he's level 37. I find this is a good way to actually kind of learn more about my skills. So I'm attacking right now. Sustain. There goes one cat. Oh, I know I need to move. There goes another cat. Third cat. And the challenge is, I guess, to do as much damage as possible, which I haven't figured out what to do when they're targeting you. It doesn't seem like you can escape, so I haven't quite figured that aspect of fighting. Now, since this is a guild challenge, I don't think it's going to use up my healing potions automatically. Alright, let's see if maybe... I don't know if I dodged that or not. Well, this gives you some idea of what fighting is like. Now keep in mind, I'm using WASD, basically. Oh, I thought I avoided that, but I guess not. So I did 469,000 damage. And there's the highest daily damages. So one person was pumping out almost 2,000, oh, it's K, so I guess that'd be what, 2 million, 1.8 million? Guard, mage, a healer did 2 million in damage? Wow, maybe I should have been a healer. All right, hunter and gunslinger. Why do I say gung, like G-U-N-G? Weird. So in my guild, apparently the healer has done the most damage on this particular test dummy. So one thing I have noticed, in case people are wondering, I do not know how to change the camera angle or if it can be changed. I think I read somewhere that it could be. I can't even zoom in or out, so... There's a bunch of other buttons, like this Hugo train, I guess, kind of like a cookie run kingdom. You have trains, you load up things, and it comes back with rewards. There's this thing which I have no idea what this is. It says forge the first gold gear, but it has my name there with 1106, and I don't. If I click that again, now I'm at 539. If I click this again, and it says I'm getting stuff right now. See, it says right there, got 1244. So I don't know if I could just endlessly spam this. I don't know. Oh, I guess it's gone now, so maybe that's like a daily thing or something. You might have seen earlier, there was interactions where you can do like little icons like that. Yay! Okay, I'm done with that. I'm assuming you can collect more icons or buy icons. There's a new one. But, so guilds, you have your own place, you have your own test dummy, you can help out members of the guild. There was a board down here somewhere, kind of like a message board. Here it is. See, that just zoomed on its own. I did not do that. So apparently, oh, can I go in the hot spring? The event hasn't started. I can't enter. I guess if you want to get all cozy with your guild members in the hot springs, you can. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. You can help your guild upgrade a lot of the buildings, the forge here, and stuff like that as well. I'm still figuring that part out, but you can see something about it. Whoops, I just clicked on Homestead. I did not mean to do that. Night order. Building overview. So, research. Earlier in the day, 3 of these were being upgraded, so I guess there's a way to contribute and level up your vehicle factory, your gear furnace, the hot springs, and so forth. So guilds exist. They can be casual, or they can be, I guess, hardcore type guilds. Me being casual Crono, joined a casual guild. Hopefully they're okay with my level of casualness. I'm lazy. Okay, so that is guilds. We'll get to expeditions momentarily. Continuing with this, all this is just this one panel. There's rankings, all the different events and stuff like that you can do. We covered wardrobe. Trip, you open up a suitcase and then you can earn yourself titles. You can see I have some that are unlocked, some that are still locked. And let's see, I need to achieve this in order to get the genius title. I don't know what that is yet, but there are titles that you can get. You can do token exchange where you can challenge NPCs, think like Pokemon trainer type style, and you get tokens depending on their location. And as you get tokens, like this one, I have 4,050 tokens. I've gotten the first 2 rewards. So if I get 7,000 tokens, I get those enhanced scrolls, which, if you remember earlier, enhance your gear. There is memoirs. So part of the game is a photo album. You can and scenery. You can actually go around the world just taking pictures of yourselves in various locations and earn achievements for it. So like this one under memory, I took a picture in Archi Isle in this forest. Is that all I've taken pictures of? I guess just 2 locations so far. Any here? Aha. I took a picture in this village. I was like, I'm pretty sure I did 3 or 4. There's a picture. There's like a little glowing icon in the world, and if you stand on top of it, the camera icon pops up. So that's how you know to take a picture. It's not like you have to get this exact angle or anything like that. So as you travel the world, you can take pictures of where you've been and look back at them. Hero challenge. This is kind of like that Pokemon trainer thing. You go and fight people. Like actually just fight them, not like Pokemon style. You use your skills and they actually try to attack you as well. In fact, let's go ahead and do one now. You can see the recommended level, and yeah, that's a little bit above my level. That one's still a little bit above my level too. Well, let's do it anyway. So the hero challenge. If I lose, I lose. Who cares? I am not clicking anything. I'm just automatically running to the place. So I could sit around. I could gear up my bag. I could enhance my gear if I'm worried. See, there's those scrolls that I'm pretty much out of. Oh, I am here. And there's a challenge button. Okay, remember that my score is like 100,000 exactly, so I'm not that far off. If I win, this is what rewards I get. The people disappear nearby so they don't see me failing horribly. It's like a little instance. And I start attacking. So let's break out the cats. Let's get away from that area. But see, like right now, I'm just waiting around for 2 more seconds before I can click anything. I'm not so sure I like that. And I could try to interrupt, I guess. Did I win? There we go. All right, I won. I'm about at half health, a little above. I get experience, I get the tokens, I click confirm. And if I go back to trip and hero challenge, which one was that? Was that Winter Hill? Was that Mary? Did I just beat up Mary? Ignore. Who are you? That was Mary. Okay. The one thing I did notice though, if I go to hero challenge, Mary, I can't challenge her again. Once you defeat someone, it's not like you can farm them for experience, but I would have probably enjoyed the ability to go back and refight them if I wanted to. And as I said, there's nothing stopping you from attempting something that is way above your gear score level. But in my experience, since I'm kind of tankish oriented, I'm not really designed for damage. So there are some fights where I'm running low on time. Next up, let's go ahead and show off that. So I've pretty much covered most everything under this tab. Let's get away from the fighting people. Go a little quieter. So I think we've covered ability, skill, homestead, Catpal, cards, night orders, your guild, rankings, wardrobe, and trip. And that's just one little area of this entire user interface. As I said, it feels a little overwhelming to me. Okay, you can occasionally get, what's this stuff? Other time, there's a berserk raccoon. And it tells you what time it's going to arrive, but again, that's, it is a cell phone, and every so often that character from the intro sequence calls and talks to me, usually giving me a quest. Okay. Let's see, we went over the cat gotcha. Free Catpal. There's a solo tower that you can do called the Archi Tower, and if I clear floor 35, I will get the final 20 shards to create Mummy, the legendary Catpal. You can see I'm on floor 19 right now. So let's... Actually, I think there's a quicker way. If you click on Mode, Archi Tower, Join. Oh, still automatically walk. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start showing off all the different group activities that you can do in this game. Alright, so we're going to Archi Isle, and we are still automatically running. Congratulations, Defiant Oil, on gaining an unknown shoulder piece. Good job. All right, so here's a little portal, Archi Tower. You see a whole bunch of people are here. So I assume that when you enter, your character just kind of lingers here while you're inside. All right, I am on floor number 20. Solo challenge. It's like a solo dungeon. You'll see that there's a timer, however, at the top. So, and that timer is my biggest issue, because as a tank, I'm not really doing much in the way of damage, and as you see, I just kind of sit here and wait for cooldowns to eventually, you know, activate. So I tend to rely on my little Catpals a whole lot. But I got, what, 37 seconds left to kill all these guys and hope that there's not a third wave. There is a third wave. Terrific. Alright, gather, attack, attack. 19 seconds left. Just kind of waiting around for this. Alright, Catpals, do your thing. Alright, barely enough time. But I got a bunch of dried fish, and those fish are what let me level up the Catpals. If I click continue, I go to the next floor. If I click exit, I leave. And then they try to sell me stuff. Okay. However, like before, I can't seem to go back and redo an old level. So there might be a way to do it. If there is a way, it's not a very obvious one. So if you like this type of solo challenge, at some point you will eventually hit a stopping point, because at some point you're just going to be overpowered, and until you get your character more powered up, there's nothing you can really do about it. Alright, so on that note, that is a solo dungeon experience. Most of the rest of these are group. There's Demon Trial. Here's all these different demons. And there is an escort type of group. It requires a team of at most 5 to play. Big Cat Cargo. It's an interesting game. There's 2 circles on the ground, and you have to run around the map and collect basically heavy loads. And each load, like one might be like 1 pound, one might be 6 pounds, one might be 4 pounds. And there's a cat at the bottom that is saying, hey, you need to have 10 pounds on one side and 10 pounds on the other side. So you have to arrange them correctly. The catch is there's also enemies that are running up and trying to steal your stuff. So you can do it by yourself. In fact, I'll just go ahead and show you what this is like. You can do it by yourself. However, I did it once and it's not very easy. I'll just leave it at that when you solo it. I'm still automatically running. I'm pretty sure there was an option to leave, so I'll just show you the general idea of it. But the game wants you to grab some friends and all of you work together. Maybe one person guards the shipments, one person or 2 people are probably running around getting the shipments, however you want to do it. So Big Cat Cargo. All right. And it tells you it's better with multiple players. Teamwork makes it easier. All right, so we got a little cutscene. There's the cart. There's the 2, 3, 2, 1. All right. So those are the 2 big circles. And you'll see here's a 3-pound thing. I walk over to a circle and load it. And it says right here the goals. Both sides have to be the number 6. So I get close, lift this one up, put this one down, So I got 2 on one and 3 on the other. But then I have to run around in the map and find more of them. So, like, the game itself is fun. Like, I could see myself playing the game, but I can see why it would be more beneficial to have friends, because there's 3 waves of this. You can see up here at the top, round 1 of 3. Grab you. And what happens is, in future rounds, enemies come out and try to steal your cargo. Let's see, there's a 4-pounder. I say pound, I really don't know what weight measurements they do. And we walk down. Let's see, so I need 6 on one side, 6 on the other. So I'll put 6 there, pick up the 2. I'm looking at the goals right here, put down. There you go. I finished round 1. And I got some rewards. And round 2 begins. Now I need 10 on each side. So, and at some point, as I said, creatures come out and try to attack you. But I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm not going to earn any rewards anyway. Confirm. So that is one game that you can do, Big Cat Cargo, with your friends, and it does not really involve like bosses or stressful situations. I can see that as a very relaxed game. So I'm fine with that. You know, you can technically do it by yourself. The timer, even if it reaches 0, you can keep going, so you can eventually solo it by yourself. It just takes a very long time. I think the one time I did it, it took like 20-some minutes. So at some point, you're going to be asked to do some quests that involve multiple people. And the main quest line is no different. So if you really hate grouping up with other people, at some point, that's what all these messages are for. At some point, you're going to have to, or you simply can't, do things like unlock homesteads, unlock the Adventure Guild, etc. So for example, this one, Demon Trial. Click up here, Demon Trial. So it wants me to fight Moglis. Recommended 61,000. Keep in mind I'm at 100,000. So I definitely meet the recommended requirements. There are hard modes as well, which I'm sure will be, you know, for the Uber guilds later. When you click on Go, you can look for groups that are already forming. This one has a group of 5. It has a tank, so yeah. So let's request to join that group. You have to click on Follow, and you'll be teleported to where the group leader is. Over here is your group. So right there, there's 2 of us. We have a healer and a tank, so we just need some damage. And this is kind of where the MMO side kicks in. You know, earlier today, I was trying to do this exact same boss, and I was picked for a group. I'm like, yay, I had like 93,000 gear score. And once the group, you know, some group people joined in, some people left, you know. Sometimes the group leader forgets to disband the group, so when they finish the quest, why am I getting captainship? I've actually never been a captain before. So let's just auto approve. You can broadcast. That's how I think it activates. All right. We have 2 DPS. Just one more, and then I think we just click on Go at that point. Team is all set. Yes. Go. I've never actually done this from the
the leader point of view. Is everyone here? Alright, I guess we're trying to enter. 3 people are ready. 4 people, 5 people. Then we should be teleported in the dungeon. Now, I've never done this one, so I have no idea what to expect. We can't do anything until all 5 are here. I guess here comes the boss. Mogless. Yay, okay. Alright, I'm going to do the tank thing and stand behind, or, have them face away. I can't change the camera angle too well, so... Uh-oh. You can see the health of the bosses up there. Now, some dungeons, you actually have trash mobs and everything, and you have to... I have no idea what's about to happen. Alright. I'm just kind of mashing buttons right now, but that seems to have worked for the most part of this game. Oh, oh, I see. We don't want to overlap other people, I'm guessing. Okay, the boss is at 60%. But what I've discovered is most of these little 5-man things, they don't last that long, about 3 or 4 minutes, and that's really all that's necessary. Alright, let's get some of the cats out again. Okay, I'm assuming I'm out of range. Okay, yeah, alright. Now we have to move closer. See, the boss is at 20%. Okay, gather is my taunt, but I know that there is some type of aggro in this game, and I'm not quite sure how to improve it. Alright, the boss has been defeated. We all, I think, have finished our quest. Yep. And we can see stats and everything. Yay, I got that quest done. And I can go and leave the group now. If you want to join a team, these are the rank tests that are looking for players. These are the level 10 dungeons, level 20 dungeons. There is a, it says common and hard, but I guess just normal and hard mode. Obviously you get more higher quality gear if you do hard modes. Level 30, easy and hard. The Demon Trials, we just did Mogless. There are other teams searching to do that guy and so forth. So if you like the MMO side, that's great. My experience earlier today, as I said, I joined a team and then they kicked me out, and I saw they grabbed a tank that had basically double my gear score. So you're going to have some of that elitism, I'm sure, popping up no matter where you go. And if you're just a very casual player, like I at least have, a background in MMOs. I was a raid leader, I was a guild leader. I know how to play tanks. I was a paladin in World of Warcraft. Back especially during the Lich King when paladins were really, really good. So I know the drill, and I understand, if you have a choice between 2 tanks, why wouldn't you choose the stronger one? Same with DPS, same with heals. And there's some insecure people out there that, they're a really, really low gear score, and they're going to try and surround themselves with other people to carry them. Like, you're going to encounter that in this game. I already have, and it's just how MMOs are. I don't really know if the developers can find a way to eliminate something like that. So if that bothers you, if you take it personally when you're kicked out of a group, or if a group wipes or something, this game does require grouping. Some of the quests require it. So now that quest is done, it's out of my quest log. Yay. Okay, there's also a PvP. I assume that's what the arena is. I have not even touched that because I suck at PvP. Tanks historically have not been the best. That said, from what I've read, some of these, I'm not sure if it was the arena or the escort or what. The escort, I think you and a group of people are escorting, obviously, as the name implies. Let's see. It's through the Adventurers Guild. You want to make sure that your target stays safe. So 5 people, I'm assuming that you're walking through some location, probably an instance of some kind. And again, this is me just speculating. I have not done this yet. But that would be kind of a low pressure, like, hey, let's fight off the goblins or whatever's trying to attack the adventurer. See those little circles? That means I should be able to get something. I don't know where to go to turn off that circle. Strategy. Team hall? No, that's just the group. Oh well. And then the arena, you're automatically ranked 3001. I guess if you lose a few fights, you might actually go lower than that, like 3007 or 3100 or something. You can, I'm not sure what raid is at all. There is a challenge mode, so if you and your buddy want to challenge each other in the arena, I guess you can. I'm not sure if you can select your buddy or if this is just random people. Kind of looks more random. Oh, I could challenge someone with 663,000. Oh, I would die. Okay. So, and whatever your rank is, at the end of the day, you get sent a little bit of arena coin, currency. So if you're a higher rank, at the end of the day, obviously you get more coins. So just by virtue of me unlocking the arena, every day I'm getting 30 coins. I have no idea yet what here is worthwhile. I guess you can get, looks like cards for your little card screen thing. Yeah, 17,000 health. That sounds nice. So obviously at 30 coins a day, I'm never going to buy some of these. But still, 30 coins a day, every couple of days, I could get an enhanced scroll. So that might not be so bad. So if you like PvP, this game has it. If you like dungeons, this game has it. If you, that demon trial was just a boss fight. Which one was it? Gear Rift. Those are your dungeons. So you need at least 3 people, and there's, common and hard. Yes. And that's where you can go to get gear. And of course, if you do the hard mode, you get better gear. And remember that you can inherit the stats. So even if you get a piece of gear that doesn't help you, if it has like a plus 600 health, you can inherit that stat on your current gear. So it might be worth it just to binge on that stuff. So this game, here's, I could take a picture. Yay. Save in photo album. Why not? Did it save? Oh, photo existed. Okay. Cancel. Anyway, market is all the stuff that they want you to okay. Pre-order? I didn't know you could pre-order stuff. Okay. As I said, I'm learning a lot about the game still. I know a lot more about the Homestead than I did even just a day ago. So far, like, I can walk right through these enemies if I... Oh, pick up. Yay! I got an exploration thing. Okay, the little mini-map up here shows where resources are if I want to go fishing. And you can just click it once and just sit here. Like, I can sit around and talk with you all and collect fish for apparently 39 minutes. So if you want to, you could just go AFK for a while and fish. Now your inventory might fill up with fish. All right, the limited gathering time. If you quit, I have not seen this before. Okay, fine. We'll just let it go till it hits 38. But you can see on the mini-map, there's an axe for you to collect wood. There's berries for like foraging through plants, and there's a mining icon as well. It looks like a pickaxe. Surprise, surprise. So that's where you can go to get goods for example, I need beige stone, copper ore, and thermal powder in order to make explosives. So let's say I am low on copper ore. I can click on source, I can click on go, and it gives me a place where I can go. So fishing stopped, I'm teleporting. I'm not touching the keyboard at all, I'm not moving the mouse at all. I'm running straight to where I can mine. And I can just sit there and mine for a while. Now, it's kind of covered up because the UI is so cluttered, but the mining ores, the berries, they actually have a health bar. You can kind of see a little bit of yellow right above that 3.7, and it's slowly going down. I really don't know how well you can see this, but once it hits, basically once this mine runs out of health, it's depleted, and you have to wait a while for it to restore. Fortunately, as you can tell, there's many places to mine, but I'm sure the game was anticipating if, peak hours, if everyone's running around trying to mine. Like, I've seen like 15 people mining the same spot before, and the health definitely goes down. So if you need supplies to do your alchemy, to do your chef stuff, to do your engineering stuff, that's how you get the supplies. And it's pretty easy to go and just click and run right to the spot that you need. So that kind of covers everything. So general first impressions. I was asked to make a first impressions video, and I kind of just ended up kind of showing you all the different aspects, and I probably was not very organized in the process. But general conclusions. It definitely feels like an MMO. It requires the grouping, but it has the solo stuff, like the homestead, the solo tower that you can advance on. Oh, and now it is depleted. In fact, if you find a depleted mine, you run up, click on it, it says, this site is depleted, check out other sites nearby. So I can just run over here and keep mining. You have guilds, so if you're into guilds, if you're into groups, if you're into PvP, this game does have a little bit of everything. That said, the UI is extremely cluttered. I still haven't even clicked on all of these buttons. So I don't know how to get like this announcements tab to disappear, or if there's a way to get it to disappear. You noticed when I was fighting that boss guy, it's not like we used the chat window at all. I'm not sure if people do. For the most part, just advertising, hey, we want to go fight this thing. So like they're doing a rank test, they're doing an escort. You can actually click on join and request to join if you want to. So it's convenient in that respect, but at the same time, like there wasn't really any need to talk in the dungeon. I just ran up and started hitting it, and I'm sure that's probably what the other people were doing, except maybe the healer. So nothing has been super difficult yet, but I don't think really the difficult stuff has fully unlocked. PvP, I'm sure, is difficult for people like me who just, we're getting older in age, reflexes, etc. Plus, it's just not my style. I've never liked PvP things. I'm not good at them, and people take advantage of that for sure. But it's been an entertaining game so far. Am I going to keep playing it? For right now, yes. Am I going to stick with it for years and years like I have some of my other games? I don't know. It probably depends heavily on how required is it for me to continue to group. Because earlier today, that boss fight was actually pretty easy. I outgeared it horribly, so did the rest of the team, and as you saw, it really didn't threaten our survivability that much. Healers seem to know what they were doing, so if you're watching this, good job, healer. But I'm sure there's other teams that are going to be very frustrating. You know, it's MMO. That's what happens. And then there's no way that I've found yet to block the ability to get announcements. In fact, let's go over here. Let's see if I can figure out where it was. Might have been under settings. Okay. So there's a main page chat box filter. I tried turning off systems and world and stuff, but they're still up there, so I'm guessing it's just simply a filter, maybe to block bad words. So there's an autoplay voice. There are different graphics settings. Automatically cast class skills, sure. Camera. Enable camera rotation to change camera angle in some modes. Oh, that's for your photo camera, not just your general UI camera. So, and basics, like I've turned off do not allow messages from, do not allow messages from strangers, do not allow gifts from strangers. There we go. I guess I could leave them on. I mean, sure. You want to give me a gift? Give me a gift. There is a lock screen. When I was mining, after about a minute or two, there'd be a lock screen that would pop up. So I didn't really see the purpose of it, but then I'm playing on an emulator at home, so I guess if you have your phone sitting on your desk while you're mining for 5 minutes or fishing for 39 minutes, you know, you might want a lock screen. So, but I had mine turned off. And looks like there's a spot for codes. So if they release codes, in fact, I think TOSNEO was one code that did work. I checked the Reddit page, and one person had posted that. But anyway, so, whoops. If you click somewhere, it just, you automatically walk there. So, is it fun? Yes. It reminds me a little bit of World of Warcraft back in the day. It's so far been very easy. The storage limits, particularly in your homestead, were a little bit frustrating, but I'm learning how to adjust with them. And while there are groups required, so far, as long as you can get into a group, the fights have not been hard. And even the dungeons maybe take 3 or 4 minutes. It's not that long. And I plan on avoiding PvP entirely, and I have no idea what else is coming along in the future. But I don't know. It's fun. It's free. I haven't felt the need to have to pay for anything yet. And while I wish I could have the entire skill tree filled out, it's not. I don't know. I've been enjoying it so far. Let's see. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere. You can just see this UI is filled up. And I still haven't even clicked on everything, I don't think. What's this? Hero challenge. Oh, I can run over and challenge someone else. So, yeah, I'll probably stick around with it for a while. If you're in the American server and, you know, want to friend me, feel free. I don't think I'm anywhere close to my friend limit. Is there a friend limit? Probably. Add what space? Not available now, coming soon. Okay. Oh, you can even set best friends. See, I'm still learning stuff, and there is a guide that explains a lot of stuff if you need it. I tried it once, though. I didn't find it terribly helpful, so... you can gift your friends and stuff like that. Reciprocate, sure. Let's give him or her. I didn't even look. Send a yay potion. Thanks, dude. All right, homestead, gift, appearance, etc. If there's a limit, I don't see a number unless I'm just overlooking it. So all. Okay, so I guess I have 6 friends. But I know that can't be the limit. Oh, I guess you can even group. So you could have like a family tab or a guild tab, I guess. You'd think that would be one of the defaults. Blacklist. I guess you can block people too. That would be helpful, possibly. Anyway, so first impressions, I'm enjoying it. I'm playing it. We'll see how it goes in a month or two, but there is a lot to do, and it does appeal to a lot of different play styles. At the same time, I'm not sure if the PvP playstyles or the hardcore type playstyles are going to find this fulfilling. It seems kind of like a slightly laid back version of World of Warcraft, but then that might just be the parts of the game that I'm exploring, because I don't care about the PvP and the hardcore lifestyle anymore. If you just want to hop in, join teams, farm for gear and stuff, that is totally an option for you as well. So there's all the teams right now that are looking for members. And there's nothing stopping you, by the way. Like, I could join a team with another Guardian if I want. It could be a 5 healer team. It doesn't seem to have those types of restrictions. So, but if you want to rank up in the Adventurers Guild, you have to join a team to do that. And the main quest line every so often has a team-related activity that you have to complete. So you can't avoid it. Well, I think I've rambled long enough. Hopefully you've seen bits and pieces of Tree of Savior Neo, and well, go ahead and come to your own conclusions about whether or not this game is for you. I mean, can't hurt to try it, right? So, anyway. Oh, I didn't even cover this last thing. Whatever your profession is, you can set up shop somewhere, and other people can... I wonder if you can't... Oh, it's in the city. That's right. Mode. Can I not go to the city? Archi Tower. You know what? We're going to do the cheat way. Inventory. Navigate. I almost forgot one other feature about skills, like your job profession. There's Northern City. Okay. So when you're in the city, ability, you can set up a stall. And all the groups can do this, not just alchemists. So players can run up to your stall and use your stall and the recipes that you know to make items. So I'm running the stall right now. So just some random person could run up, click on me, and make things. So if you don't choose alchemy, you can find an alchemist somewhere in the city and still make potions. So confirm. One of the earlier quests is you have to run a stall for a full minute in the city. And let's see if I can find someone actually running their stall. I have no idea if I'm even going in the right direction. The fact that I can't change the camera angle is a little bit annoying. Alright, is this the city? Where am I? I'm there. Let's go there. See if we pass up any stalls here. Doesn't look like it. There's a soul switch thing here too. I'm not sure if that means, like, if I'm partnered up with someone, maybe I could play as them or they could play as me. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw soul switch. I could be completely off base on that. All right, so here's the main city. Okay, that's the Adventurers Guild. Anyone setting up a... Aha! Here's... Borrow Workshop. So I'm borrowing Kiss Me Quick's Workshop. Here are the items, I guess, that I can make. I've been fishing, so let me go ahead and make some grilled fish. They have leveled up the recipe, so I'm getting the bonus of a 3-star recipe. Now, what's the benefit for them? I'm not sure. Maybe they get some money for what I'm doing. Now, is the player on the other end actually clicking and doing this for me? No, I think this is all automated. So let's see. You give extra materials to the chef as... Okay, so that's it. So maybe this recipe only uses 3 fish. I'm giving the chef 4 fish, so the chef basically gains a few materials that they can use for their own recipes. So if I set up my alchemy, that's skill, not ability. So if I run a stall, people can run up and use my recipes to make potions, and then I get surplus supplies. So I thought that was kind of a neat feature, and this timer is extremely slow. I don't know how long it is. Kind of feels like maybe 5 minutes. And if someone, I guess, uses my stall, if I click on record, it probably says so-and-so made heal potions or whatever. Looks like there's an engineer over there. So you can very easily get the benefits of other people's work and just gather the materials yourselves, and you can still use one of their stalls. So, or just have a trio of friends, 1 chef, 1 engineer, and 1 alchemist, and the 3 of you can support each other. Anyway, overall, like the game. Definitely an MMO aspect to it if you're into that. If grouping is a complete turnoff, then you will not enjoy this game because you cannot progress in the main storyline without some grouping. So, but as much as I was reluctant to group, it has not been bad. So anyway, I've probably rambled long enough. It's 2:20 in the morning right now, on June 16th. And I think I started this, feels like 2 hours ago, so this will probably be a long video. I apologize in advance, but if you had any interest in Tree of Savior Neo, those are my first impressions. Probably worth trying out, you know, I've already gotten a level 34 out of a potential 37 right now, so obviously I'm enjoying the game to the point where I'm wanting to continue to level. So anyway, hope this video helps. Casual Crono, signing out.